Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Oceande again. Uh, in this video, I wanted to. I didn't talk about the Sixers and anything the other day in the last 2 days or whatever. They just beat San Antonio tonight, 115-104, and San Antonio hasn't been a really good team. Hasn't been a good team this year. I think they're 5-10 now on the season. So, the Sixers had them at home, so it was a game the Sixers are supposed to win. So they got it done. They played well offensively. But I actually wanted to talk about the game on Wednesday when they played the Knicks. And, talk about how inconsistent they are as a team. It's like they're real up and down with their play. A lot of times they don't bring that same intensity every game, and against certain teams or whatever. Well, against some, well, I'm not in certain teams and everything. They haven't really played a great team yet, but you got to bring, to me, especially on the defensive end, the best teams all play defense. It doesn't matter. Even if you go back, everybody used to talk about when Golden State was in a dynasty phase and everything. When even before Durant got there, they were a great defensive team. It wasn't just the shooting of Curry and Klay Thompson, and they played great defense, great team defense. You have to play, and they brought their defense every night. Yeah, I mean, there's never been a championship team that didn't play, that wasn't a really good defensive team. So even last year with Toronto, Kawhi Leonard obviously was a huge difference maker, but the Raptors played real good team defense, really good defense. They scrambled a lot. They played with a lot of intensity, and they got it done defensively. And the Sixers have the talent to be one of the top 3, 4 best defensive teams in basketball, but they don't bring that same intensity every night. For whatever reason, Joel Embiid hasn't been. It's like he doesn't look like himself. It's like I can't really put my finger on it. But he was when he first came in, like his first 2 years, he was one of the better interior defenders in the league. The only guy that you would pick over him at that time was Rudy Gobert. But he has not played well defensively this year. He doesn't block nowhere near as many shots. He doesn't he's not as active defensively as he should be. It's almost like he's conserving himself, But they should be better defensively. And the offense is going to eventually come, I think. They don't have the spacing because they don't have the shooting. I'm not a big fan of Brett Brown, with his offensive scheme and everything. And B plays on the perimeter way too much. He should be in the post all of the time. Today I think he took 2 3-point shots and he missed both of them. He shouldn't take more than 3 or 4 at the most 3-pointers a game. He should be in the post, because even if he's playing, even a half optimal Embiid, it's still damn near impossible for any other center, any other big man to guard and everything in this league. So, and he'll get you in foul trouble. Guys that may be able to stay with him, they still gotta foul him and everything. Like he'll foul out your whole front line and everything, especially when he's engaged. And also, Ben Simmons, he hit his first 3 of the year. against the Knicks. It was a corner jump shot, and all he did was just, it was like in rhythm and everything. He didn't hesitate or nothing and knocked it down cleanly. This guy practices every game and in the off season shooting long range shots, and he's actually, he knocks a lot of them down. More often than not, he knocks them down. Why he doesn't take them in the game, I think, was more of it's a mental block. Excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna take a sip of this yak. Chase it with this Michael's Hard Lemonade. All right. Excuse me. But Ben Simmons is the most infuriating player that I've ever witnessed. We all watching what Luka Doncic is doing in Dallas, and he's a generational talent. Luka Doncic is a great young player. Is not afraid of the moment. Not only he has great talent, but he's not afraid of the moment. He takes big shots and hits big shots all the time, and he's just 20 years old. And I remember when Luka got drafted, people were saying, "Well, would you trade Ben Simmons for him?" And at that time, I said, "No, I wouldn't trade Ben Simmons for that young boy. I don't know, man. Ben Simmons is not even close to Luka Doncic. They're not even, to me, they're not even in the same, they shouldn't even be mentioned in the same breath, because that's disrespect to Luka Doncic. That's how good he is, and that's how much Ben Simmons has to improve. If Ben Simmons put in the effort to play the game where he's shooting the ball, where he's scoring the basketball and everything, then he's on that level, because he's just as talented. And physically, he can do things like, you can learn how to shoot. Kawhi Leonard came in the league. He wasn't a scorer when he came in the league. He learned. He made himself into a scorer. Luka Doncic is a natural scorer. It's a much more natural scorer than Ben Simmons. But Ben Simmons is a much better athlete. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's faster. He's much more athletic, and he plays much better defense. He can, and like I said, he can learn how to shoot. But that thing that's inside you, where you want to be great, and where you want to, where you got that mentality and everything, because his mentality is the thing that's keeping him behind. So I think he's just as talented as Luka, you know what I mean? But he's nowhere near as good as Luka. Luka's a great, great young player. And he's in the top 3 of the MVP voting. But is basically him. To me, it's him, LeBron, and Giannis. You know what I mean? I don't. Harden has been playing. I guess he's been playing well, but he's nowhere near as proficient as the other 3. You know what I mean? He's not an efficient player. Like people was piping up Harden the other day, and Harden when they was piping up Harden and everything, talking about some he had 49 points. He took 41 fucking shots. The fuck? He's supposed to score, if you put up 41 shots, you're supposed to score 60, 65. You know? I think I actually like Luka more than Harden. You know, a lot of people don't like that, but I do. I think Luka's a better player. I do. I think he's a better player. He's a more efficient player. At the least, he's a more efficient player. But, I got off the track and everything. But, yeah, Luka's one of the top 3. He's in my top 3 of MVP early, as far as early in the season. I think LeBron is right there, which is a marvel. LeBron James is one of the, I think he's the second best player I've ever seen in my life. I'm 44 years old. I still wouldn't put him over Michael Jordan, Kareem and everything. By the time I was watching Kareem, he was much older. Magic was a truly great player, but I think LeBron is better than Magic. Magic, look, LeBron James is the second best player I've ever seen in my lifetime, and he's only showing that at his age. He's 35 years old, and playing at this level is amazing. So, much respect to LeBron, and Giannis is a physical marvel, just a force of nature. He's so aggressive. I wish Embiid played aggressive like Giannis. Nobody would stop Embiid if he played with that same aggression. Like the Sixers, to me, are a soft basketball team. I love my Sixers, but they're a soft basketball team. They don't play with that aggressiveness and everything where you make your mind up that you're not going to be stopped. You're not going to be guarded. The Sixers don't play like that. Embiid doesn't play like that, and Ben Simmons doesn't play like that. Embiid is incredibly talented, and his talent and everything gets some pass, but he has to step his intensity up. You know, maybe he's trying to conserve his energy and conserve his body and everything for the through the regular season and try to turn it up in the playoffs. But you know, it's almost like it's something missing and everything. But whatever. But I mean, that's my Sixers talk. You know what I mean? Sixers / NBA talk. And that's all I got. Peace and blessings. I'm out.